Hello guys, this is YCStudiosss and this is our first video for PlanetPoke. This video is about the history of the Pokemon universe. Enjoy. In a vortex of complete chaos and nothingness, a single egg comes into being, which then hatches into Arceus, the first Pokemon in existence. Arceus then creates Dialga, Palkia and Giratina, giving them power over time, space and antimatter, respectively. Giratina, as punishment for its destructive nature, is sent by Arceus to live in a distortion world. Dialga and Palkia then succeed in creating the universe, Pokemon world, and retreat into their own dimensions afterwards, with the point of access at the ancient spare pillar in Sinnoh. Arceus creates Yuzi, Mesprit, and Azelf, giving knowledge, emotion, and willpower to all living things that come into existence in the Pokemon world. The three dive into caves at the bottom of Lake Fairy, Lake Valor, and Lake Ashty in Sinnoh, giving them the name Lake Guardians. Kyogre is formed by the pressure in the deep sea trenches. Groudon is formed deep inside the earth, likely from hardened magma on Earth. And Rayquaza is formed by the minerals in the ozone layer. Rayquaza proceeds to fly around in the ozone layer, occasionally going to rest at Sky Pillar. Kyogre and Groudon then proceed to fill the sea and create land, respectively. A chance meeting turns the two into rivals, and a conflict for dominance over the Pokemon world begins. This battle continues until Rayquaza quells it, causing Kyogre and Groudon to retreat to special caverns where they rest until the events of Generation 3 many years later. The red and blue orbs are created to prevent the reawakening of Kyogre and Groudon and are left at Mount Pyre for safekeeping. And this time, Mew have been plentiful and lived in large numbers. Land masses such as Mount Coronet are created, and Regigigas moves the continents, forming the regions and created three golems, Regirock, Regice and Registeel, out of clay, ice and magma, respectively. The Sinnoh region is created around Mount Coronet during this violent procedure. Stark Mountain is created due to shifts in the crust of the world, and Heatran is formed in a pool of lava. Arceus creates the Adamant, Lustrous and Gracious Orb before falling into a deep slumber. The earliest known prehistoric Pokemon existed at this time. It is possible that the Mew population may have decreased at this stage, as they slowly gave way to other Pokemon species. The first humans also appeared around this time. During the Stone Age, Regirock was created, during the Ice Age, Regice was created, and during the Iron Age, Registeel was created. These three golems created a trio, which are called the Regis. At some point after the Iron Age, Regigigas is sealed away in the Snowpoint Temple in Sinnoh, and Regirock, Regice, and Registeel are sealed away at various points across the home region. 300 million years ago, an ancient version of Genesect was born. Team Plasma later used this DNA to create an infinitely stronger version of Genesect with cybernetic technology. 100 million years ago, the first member of the Leap species were born and later became extinct. Later, a fossil was found. Millions of years later in Hoenn and revived scientifically by the Devon Corporation in the Hoenn region. 10,000 years ago, during the last Ice Age, the Mamoswine population flourished, then decreased when the Ice Age ended. We can compare this event to the decrease of actually the extinction of the mammoths in the Ice Age. At some point in the distant past, the Magikarp population mutates due to unknown reasons and becomes weaker. 3,000 years before Generation 5, the Relics items are created, and 2,500 years before Generation 5, the Relic Castle is built. 1,500 years before Generation 1, the earliest known system for writing is developed and used at the ruins of Alph in Johto and Tenebi ruins and Salation ruins in Sinnoh. Archaeologists are currently unsure whether the nearly identical unknown preceded or succeeded the writing system, but it is assumed they share some sort of connection, and what also happened is that the far-fetched the population decreased due to overhunting. Circa 700 years before Generation 1, the Bell Tower and the Praise Tower constructed in a critic city, Alugia and Hoa perched at their tops. Circa 500 years before Generation 1, the first spirit tomb is sealed in the Hallowed Tower in Sinnoh for its unforgivable misdeeds. Circa 400 years before Generation 1, Azalea Town in Johto is struck by a long-term drought after bringing the rain back once again by yawning. Slowpoke gains an honorable position in the town. The Pokemon move Toxic is invented by Ninja. Circa 150 years before Generation 1, Brace Tower burns to the ground, killing 3 Pokemon inside. Lugia flees to the Royal Islands. Hoa resurrects the 3 as the legendary beasts and flies off in search of a pure-hearted trader. The first Pokemon League competitions take also place. 11 years before Generation 1, Red is born. Less than 10 years before Generation 1, the Fairy SS Tidal is constructed, and the first Pokemon created by scientific engineering, Porygon, is created. And Rotom inhabits an abandoned mansion in Sinnoh. And some years prior to Generation 1, a team of scientists discovered new Pokemon. Deep in the jungle in Guyana, South America on July 5th, they named the Pokemon Mew on July 10th. Mewtwo is born on February 6th. Mewtwo escapes from and also destroys Cinnabar Island's Pokemon Mansion on September 1st and then goes to the Cerulean Cave, which are both in Kanto. Sabrina's gym is declared the official gym of Saffron City in Kanto after a Pokemon battle between Sabrina and the leader of the fighting dojo. And Giratina, of course, returns to the Pokemon world. I hope you liked it and subscribe for more videos. I will see you next time.